Namaste. This is your weekly reading for November 17th to the 23rd with the Queen of Cups, Montreal. This week we're back with the Universal Goddess Tarot Temple spread. Remember to stay tuned because at the end of the reading I will give you your healing crystal prescription for the week ahead. Alright, let's get started. Your signifier this week represents the flames of development. For clarity, I pulled the Four of Cups from my Thoth deck. This reading is for those of you who are newly back on the dating scene and those needing to navigate new relationships. So this is for the single or the newly dating who are trying to, add a little bit of romance to their life. So the goddess of the unknown is Chang-O, and she represents a problem from an emotional and subconscious level, and it's loneliness and the feeling of alienation. That could be what you're struggling with. Even people living full lives need some form of companionship. We're not meant or intended to live our lives alone, and not everybody is going to meet their intended or their twin flame or one of their romantic soulmates right away, but we're still not meant to be alone, and it's okay to experiment in the interim. And the goddess of light, the problem from a practical and rational perspective, is Pele. And she's the goddess of volcanoes. And she represents that you're afraid. You know there's a risk in dating, there's a risk in new relationships and starting something fresh. And here you see all her fire and the volcano erupting in the background. And you may be afraid to get burnt. And that is healthy. But on the other side of fear is everything you could be dreaming of. Don't forget the discomfort of change is nothing compared to the pain of a life unlived. Okay, so remember, I'm going to give you some crystals to help you through the rest of the week, but go forward fearlessly. And these crystals should help you, but don't be afraid to live. Yeah, you might get burnt, but you might have a romance or a love, or your soulmate might be on the other side of fear. The goddess that rules your heart this week and offers guidance as to how to handle things from an emotional perspective is Fides. She's the goddess of agreement and integrity. She advises you have to have a balanced approach by being objective and thoughtful, gathering all information, being kind of critical, or I wouldn't say critical, objective. Here she's overlooking this relationship. You help minimize fear and apprehension, and you help minimize, getting burnt while you seek companionship. So be objective, be careful, be thoughtful, and gather the information to make this agreement. And when it comes to dating, people forget that there's agreement. If you're starting a more monogamous relationship, you can say, I don't like you talking to other people in a sexual way or in a flirtatious way. Or if you're dating, you can say, just letting you know I'm dating several people, so when I'm with you, I'm going to give you my time, but when I'm not, just know that I'm exploring. Set the ground rules ahead of time. There's nothing wrong with living your truth. In fact, it's better to live your truth, and that way you might inspire the other person to live their truth, and then, hurt feelings, getting burnt, being disappointed, it still happens, but it's greatly minimized. So just be honest. Negotiating the dating scene with the people you're dating or the person you're dating is not a bad thing. And Flora, I love her, don't you? Especially as things get colder, she reminds me of spring. The goddess of flowering is here to tell you that the best course of action will be. She wants you to step outside the box, allow yourself to enjoy the companionship of this new person or people in the dating pool. Take your time, okay? She's feeling a little bit luxurious. She's, she's reclining. She's enjoying it. Don't rush. Your goal this week is to find balance. Don't let emotions sweep you up and carry you away and create unrealistic expectations, but don't let fear and apprehension dampen the fun either. she's happy to lay in this bed of flowers and kind of let life, you know, happen all around her. So just be open to both sides, balance. What must be sacrificed this week? And we have Aditi, the goddess of wisdom, and she's here with a gentle reminder that you don't have to have all the answers, and you still have things to learn about people, about yourself, about dating, about relationships. Don't listen to the voice of ego that we all have that tells us you have to have things all figured out, or you know, you should know this by now. We can all benefit from a more open mind towards people and how we interact with them. See, the whole world is expanding around her. It's expansive, and the universe is expanding around her. There's so much out there to learn. Don't make rash decisions this week and judge a book by its cover or think you have it all figured out. And the response of the goddesses is Aka Laurentia. She comes up a lot in her readings. She represents whether you're dating one person or dating around, like just exploring. This will be a week of activity where you'll have offers of companionship and togetherness. Embrace the opportunities and make the most of them. Help turn a date into love by following the advice of the goddesses. Hopefully that works for a lot of you. But if it doesn't become love, if it's not a hit, you learn something, you get out, you might gain a friend, you might learn something more about yourself. They might trigger a moment for healing. I know it sounds cliche, but everybody really does come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And just let that happen. Let them come. Now for your healing crystals this week, I decided to do something a little bit different. But let's get to that in a minute. Fire agate is, I have a bunch of fire agate in here. It not only helps protect us against fear, but also helps protect us against being overly emotional. Skulls are a great representation of wisdom, of the circle of life. Some people find them like, I don't know, demonic or satanic, I don't know. But skulls just represent the spiritual and the sacred, and the fact that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. So you might want to think about getting a skull full of crystals or getting a crystal skull. And you can also try, I wanted to show you my lovelies this week, a Himalayan salt candle holder to dispel anxiety that you may have about dating or meeting new people. This is a candle holder, and this is my lamp. And I have one in virtually every room in my house. It helps clarify the air if it's real pink Himalayan salt. I also eat pink Himalayan salt. It's a purifier spiritually and physically. And this can also set a little mood lighting if you invite somebody over for a date. So I love my healing salt lamps and healing salt candle holders. Amber is another great one to not only help you heal from heartbreak, but also help expand your mind and shake off rigid thinking or perspectives that are holding you back. And with Christmas around the corner, it'll come sooner than you guys think. I have a beautiful Amazonite necklace, or a pendant rather, in my Etsy shop. You can find the link in the description below to my Etsy shop. You can buy this for you or somebody you love. Amazonite also helps heal from emotional trauma, heartbreak, helps you with communication, and helps with compassion. It works in similar ways to rose quartz, but it also cues into that communication. So I have other pendants like this. Sorry, a little promotion. I have other pendants like this in my Etsy shop. So with Christmas coming, you might want to gift this with yourself or with somebody you love. I have been the Queen of Cups Montreal, or this has been the Queen of Cups Montreal. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share. I come with a new reading every week, so be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell next to the subscription button so you don't miss next week's reading. You can always find links to my Facebook, Instagram, services, and healing crystals in the video description below. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your energy and your time. Have a great week, and remember to love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, guys.